Hi everybody. In this video, I want to show you how Brightspace is set up so that you can go in and find the material that you need to find, know where you need to go to complete everything for our course. Okay, so let's get started. Now, to begin, I've already opened up here, I've opened up on my screen to the UMS portal. Now, mine will look a little different probably than what you're seeing on your screen because I've had to shrink stuff to fit in the window for this recording. But you go to the launch pad and scroll across. We find the bright space icon. It's this orange circle with a B in the middle. So I click on that and it takes me to Brightspace. I scroll down here a little bit past all this blah 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 stuff. I think for faculty, maybe students see your own version of that blah 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 stuff. Okay, we come down to my courses. Make sure you're on the correct semester, fall 2025, and we see two courses that I'm teaching. Here's ours, 510. So I click on EHD 510, and it takes me to our courses homepage, the course home. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Brightspace, let me kind of describe how it's set up a little bit for you. There is this menu across the top for different sections within Brightspace, and we'll go through these in a minute. Here's like a banner just making sure you're at the right course. And then below that, there'll be windows that will contain different information. So on the course home, the way it's set up, there is a large window here, which are the latest announcements that I've posted. Now, it won't be all the announcements, just the latest ones. So you kind of log in and you can see that. And then on this side, there is a window that just gives you some information about me um, and a picture of me. Um, uh, I won't give extra credit, but I'm almost tempted to give extra credit if you can, but I won't. If you can identify where that picture was taken, it's just some uh, personal satisfaction credits if you know. But I digress. So let's get going. So we're at the course home. Here we are. The next kind of scrolling across the top of this screen to these different sections. The next section is the content section. I'm going to click on that. And the content section is where we're going to spend a lot of time for the course. So let's kind of see how that's organized. Now, in this case, at the left-hand side, we have a menu bar with additional kind of subfolders that have almost everything you need for the course organized. Okay, so to begin with, I'm going to click on the weekly schedule. And right now you'll see it just shows us week one. You can see it in the menu bar as kind of a subheading is week one. You can click on that. Or you can open it up here. But if I open this up, it gives us a summary of everything you need for week one. And notice it says, the week one, it says starting September 1. I know. Classes don't really begin to September 2, but I don't want to confuse people by changing the sequence of the dates. So these are the kind of, my weeks start on Monday. So September 1. Um, and at the top of that of the week one folder, it has a summary um, of what are the readings we're doing this week. It tells you which chapters out of the book to read. It gives you a list of videos to watch this week that I've made. I've got a lot of videos we're going to watch together. Um, it tells you then what's due this week, which is Friday. I try to set things up so everything is due at 11:59 p.m. on Friday. We talk about that in the syllabus video. Nothing's due this Friday, so it tells you that. And then it says things you should be working on. So this is stuff that it's not due this week, but basically you're ready to start working on that, or you should be working on that now. Okay, and so below the summary, we get into kind of each of those things in detail. So here is again the videos. Notice it says the videos and has the links to the videos here, so you can go watch the videos online. We have a chapter 1 review, with part one and part two, links to videos to watch to review chapter one. And then here's a handout that I've made. It's a PDF that summarizes, well, actually, let's open it up. This PDF is the slides from the chapter one review videos. So I like to make my slides when I've almost all my videos that incorporate slides, I will make the slides available for you. That's actually a lot of work sometimes. Um, the but my thought is you can use these slides. Look at this. Look at that detail. Basically, you don't have to recreate it. You don't have to watch the video and be writing, or drawing pictures or whatever. It's right here for you. So print the slides off. Don't just look at the PDF. Print it off and use it as a study guide. Just kind of write notes as you're listening to me talking in the video. Write your notes right here as a way of organizing things for you. I mean, that's what it's there for, is to give you kind of detailed lecture notes from the slides. So take advantage of that. Okay, so that's the slides. Let's come back to week one. And you can print those off. You go to the videos, more handouts, the PDFs for those videos. Then there's links to the, remember I said things you could be working on or should be working on, complete the syllabus review and the personal introduction. These are our first two assignments. They're not due the first week of class, but they're due the Friday of the second week. And there's no reason you can't finish them now. So here they are. Here's links to them. And you click on this and it takes you straight to the form in Brightspace for completing this. They're technically a quiz in Brightspace, but well, the syllabus review is a quiz. And then the personal introduction is a forum where you're just going to do a quick introduction to the classes if we were meeting in person and you just said hi to everybody. We'll talk about those in the syllabus review as well. Okay, so everything is right there for week one. Notice right now, only week one is available. I don't have other weeks available, but they'll get rolled out as the semester progresses. I'll roll them out week two, week three, week four. I'll actually do it at a little accelerated pace. So by like week eight, maybe week 10 or 11 is already posted. That way you can get ahead if you want to take some time off for a trip or something, or you can finish a little early if you'd like. So I'll kind of roll things out a little bit early for us, and those will become available, throughout the semester. Okay, then, and I guess I just want to emphasize: if you stick with this schedule, if you follow, and this is the schedule out of the syllabus, you'll be fine. Just kind of follow through. It's all here to help keep you organized and on task. So coming back to this menu bar on the left, let's keep looking down. So here's the weekly schedule. We just saw week one. Then there's a series of things, assignment colons. So these are just the assignments, links to the assignments. So assignment one, colon, syllabus review. It's just another link to the syllabus review. So you can get there from here as well. And you click on this to do the syllabus review and a little summary of it. Then the next one in the menu bar is assignment personal and introduction. Ooh, I've blown up a little bit here. That takes you to the forum for doing your personal introduction. Um, then there is a link to quizzes, and all the quizzes will be available here. Notice right now I've got quiz one available, but when you're seeing this, I'm actually going to hide quiz one for now. It's only available at the moment for this video, so you can kind of see what it looks like. But the quizzes will become available as that material is available. As you've wrapped up the corresponding material, the quizzes will become available, kind of timed with how I release them. So as I roll out week two, week three, week four, whatever, when I've rolled out all the material for quiz one will become available. As we rolled out everything for quiz two will become available. So you'll notice the quizzes become available when you're ready to take the quiz. And and we talk about the details of the quiz in the syllabus video, but here's where you'll see them. And again, when you start off, there won't be anything here because you're not ready to do quiz one. And I don't want to make it available beforehand because I've noticed students then just kind of try to jump to the quiz questions and ignore everything else. Okay. Then assignment short exercises. And here are, let me close that to start with. Here are, as in the syllabus we talk about, there's these 8 short exercises that you're gonna do to learn how to find things and online and stay an expert, how to become an expert and stay an expert on different topics that are important to you. And again, talk about that in the other video. Um, but as these become available, as we get to each of these exercises, you'll notice they'll be appearing here. Exercise 1, exercise 2. Right now, for now, I've just made exercise 1 available, but again, we'll hide it until we're ready to work on it. And if you open it up, you'll notice that it's got a, um, a link to the exercise, the quiz, the questions. It's a little quiz that is the questions related to our exercise. Now, this is different from quizzes because you're going to be going online, you're going to be looking for stuff, you're going to have to write the numbers down. So I give you a PDF of that exercise so that you're able to kind of do the exercise. As you're doing the exercise online, you can write the information that you need. So there's a PDF to print off to complete the exercise, but you still have to, don't, I mean, write the answers on the PDF, that's great, but you still have to upload, you have to enter the answers. It's not upload, you have to enter the answers into Brightspace here so that you get the points, and it tells you automatically, well, most of them will tell you automatically, oh, good job. Um, or at least for some of the questions it will. Some of them I have to go in and check by hand. And then here's a video for the exercise. And again, if you've watched the syllabus video, you'll know that I make videos walking you through this process. So we do it together if you want. You and I can just kind of virtually do each of these exercises together. So it should be low stress, but I want you to do the extra. I want you to pick up those skills. Okay, enough of that. So that's the exercises. Then here's the link to the weekly discussion forums. Starting in week 2, you need to kind of post your 2 questions in the weekly discussion forums. Here's just another way to get there. And then here is a link to the social and behavioral research training, where it got some instructions, a video on how to access the website, and then a link to the where you upload your certificate after you've completed the training. You can upload your certificate here to get your points. Okay, then we keep going down the menu bar. Here is the syllabus. Come on, I click on that, and it gives me a copy of the syllabus. So if you lose it or need to reprint it, you can just download another copy here. And then down here's additional documents. I may make some PDFs available throughout I will make some PDFs available to you throughout the course of the semester, and copies will be available here if you're looking for them. And then finally, some additional resources, that UMaine is prepared for you about helping you to succeed as a student. So that is the content section of Brightspace, again, where we're going to spend most of our time in that content section. Kind of scrolling across the top here, we come to course resources, and let's click on that. Now we see this is a drop-down menu. Why they did the one as a little sidebar and this is a drop-down, I don't know, but that's how they did it. So let's click on these announcements. Here's where you will see a copy of all the announcements that I've made over the semester. So the homepage just has recent ones. Here's all of them. So in case a month from now, it's like, well, Craig made an announcement about something and you don't remember the details. Well, you can go back here and scroll through them and find them. Right now, I haven't made any announcements, so there's none there. Um, then, course resources. Then, so that's announcements. Here's class list. That is just a list of all the students in our class. And I've made that available just at student request. I previously didn't just give the list of all the students, but students actually came and asked me, can I see who else is in the class? Because a lot of us have taken courses together, and I want to know if my friends are here. And I'm also looking to, maybe we could study together. If you've watched the syllabus, I mean, video, I think studying together, forming study groups is great. So it's a way that you can kind of see, oh, look, my pal is here. So that's available first, of a list of the students in the course. Again, added at student request. See, I do listen to what you guys say. Then email, links to Fogler Library, the academic calendar are there. Okay, we don't need to see those. And then kind of scrolling across, we come to the assessment tab, and at the top is grades. So you click on here, and here's where you're going to see your grades on everything. And notice right now it's all zeros because we haven't done anything, but um, you'll notice your grades as they get completed there. Then going down, social and behavioral research training. Here's another link to that where you upload your certificate when you've completed that training. So you can access it through the content section, right? Or you can access it here. Um, a little redundancy. Then here's a link to the personal introduction, our assignment to the second end of the second week of class, where you're doing an introduction in one of these discussion forums. So that's 8 points. And then the weekly discussion forum, where you post your two comments every, two posts every week, and we talk about that in the syllabus video. So this is where you click on that to go there. I've also got a third forum here that's not graded, completely optional, not graded, but was also added at student request. And this is just for news, where you can post anything you want about anything. And again, students suggested this, saying, again, kind of one of the things they said they missed in the in doing asynchronous online course was that chance to engage with each other. You've taken some classes together, and you don't have that opportunity to just sit and kind of catch up with how people are doing. So I've added this forum as a way that students can post anything about anything. And students have posted things like, oh, I've um, I'm a new parent. I'm a new grandparent. I bought a house. I've taken a trip. I'm going to a conference. A few students have talked about going to conferences. Um, I got a new job. Anything that you feel. And again, it's not graded, completely optional. But again, a student request to try to because of students wanting to engage with each other, which is a great thing. Uh, so that's the personal introduction and weekly discussion forum, plus that extra little forum if you want. And then there is the syllabus review, quizzes, and exercises. So here's the way Brightspace organizes it. These are kind of the how Brightspace views them as quizzes, so they're all here. I can't move them someplace else. I can't organize them a little differently in this folder, but here's where you see again those three types of assessments that we're doing. The syllabus review, which is a quiz, then these quizzes we're going to be doing all semester long, and then the exercises where you're answering the questions for the exercises. Those are there. Okay, so that is how we are set up in Brightspace. That's pretty straightforward. I try to make it very organized. Again, you're going to spend most of your time in the content section, um, going through the weekly folders where you can see week by week by week as what you need to be working on. But if you have questions along the way, don't hesitate to let me know. Okay? I hope this is helpful. Take care. Bye bye.